L out in
Newport Beach, California.
Newport
Yes.
Beach,
Oh,
California. That was a total changer. And I don't even want to go into what he did because it'll scare everybody else totally away.
That was a 3-day weekend. I'll tell you what, that was powerful.
But it was awesome, and
it's who we've learned from
on that. So it was there. But the biggest thing that happens is we let life get in the way. We have all these problems. Things aren't great at work that cause problems in the home. Then you get down, and then the kids get down, and then you got this whole mess going on. And I'm not talking totally negative and family falling apart, although
we all have struggles
happen.
and challenges.
But
let's face it.
What
that
it
comes
does
with life.
is it defocuses us, and when we're not focused, we can't see the expectation. We can't see that dream on building all that back up, and it's really difficult. But like I said, that's what your vision board is there for. And no, it can't be your desktop on your computer or laptop or whatever. It's got to be tangible where you can reach out and touch it. You can interact with it. You can blog on it or make Facebook posts on it, and just keeps you energized, it keeps you moving, it keeps you going, and that's the whole purpose of it. But it's also the fun of it, because when you allow your subconscious to do that, you allow yourself to win. And it is all about winning. Now, there's different definitions of winning, but I'm talking about you winning for what you want to do, not what anybody else in the world has. The word is expectation, but it's your expectations that have to be manifested, and you're the only one that can build them. But you know what? From whatever state you're at, you can get it done. Just do it.
Just do it. Richard's favorite saying, and we know we have to take consistent action in everything that we do. So why not have a greater expectancy doing it and expect greater things and have those expectations so that we really are moving forward to something? Because you said something earlier in the beginning of our show about you can't get anywhere if you're looking in your rearview mirror.
Absolutely so. If you're looking at who's chasing you, if you're looking at who's trying to come up to behind you, if you're looking back to see who your closest competition is, you're wasting valuable time and more valuable energy.
And really, it doesn't matter so much as who your competition is, or even really what they're doing. What matters is if you are on track and that you are in alignment with your goals.
Mm-hmm.
And having a keyword, theme word that keeps you focused and helps you see that vision more clearly and concise will definitely help you stay on track and not look and as I'd say get distracted and see all those squirrels climbing the trees, I mean, I'm not saying that we don't need to be aware of our competition, but we cannot fear our competition.
Yeah, I mean, there's nobody in this world that I can't learn something from.
Mm-hmm.
Good, bad, ugly, whatever. It doesn't matter. I can learn something from everybody that's out there in this world. And when you have that mindset, the subconscious is looking for words, images that it can put in your brain, that you can think about, that you can reflect on, and then you build it and you go and you're feeling so strong. And no matter what happens, it's a success. Now, that may sound a little bit strange, but if your subconscious is directing you, there is no such thing as failure.
Oh, say that again.
If your subconscious is directing you, There is no such thing as failure. It's shifting your direction because your subconscious is the all-knowing part. Our subconsciouses are interacting right now, not consciously, but subconsciously we are. And so we look at this, and the connections are being made, the pathways being laid. We may not see it for days, months, weeks, years, but it's being built step by step by step, and it will work every single time. And, the limitations are only those that we set up in our conscious mind.
That is also another profound statement you just made, because there are a number of us, and I know I've done it, been guilty of it. I don't know if there's anyone that hasn't, but it's very easy to make excuses, to blame others. But ultimately, who is in charge?
In the end, it's only you. It's never the other person.
I mean,
It's always you. And the downside of you, let me put it that way, is your conscious mind. Because it's the one that's making excuses. It's the ones that's giving you the what ifs. You should have. Well, why didn't you?
I mean, we all are the ones that are responsible for taking that action or not taking action.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know my own self. I always let go and let God. But ultimately, I'm the one that has to take the action. I have to listen. And that comes to me. But I have to be the one taking action. So ultimately, it is my responsibility. I have the free will, so to speak, to do as I will. So if I choose to, play instead of taking action on a project I know that I should be taking an action on, and I don't finish it for the deadline, there's nobody's fault but my own. So again, it's that consistent action and having being expectant of yourself, of getting things moving forward and taking responsibility.
Absolutely so. I mean, you go back to a video that was out September, October, of this absolutely crazy guy that jumped out of an airplane at 25,000 feet with no parachute. No parachute, folks.
I don't even want
Absolutely
to go there.
not. He just jumped out of this airplane. Now, he wasn't crazy. There was a big net that was under him. About 25,000 foot, a couple hundred feet net is like looking at the head of a pin. Okay, there's lots of things that happen on the way down. But it was a leap of faith. He knew, because he had figured out all the angles, everything that happened. He spent that time to develop and understand all the variables along the way. And so, when you're looking at expectations, and I want to tie that into expectation, you have to do the same thing. You just don't go willy-nilly and say, I expect I'm going to make $250,000 this year. Well, you could. Anybody can.
But what are the action steps to get there?
Exactly. What are you going to do it? Because at $250,000, the people that are going to pay you that money have a lot of expectations of you if you're going to do it.
They have those expectations as well, so it kind of goes in a circle. But back to the gentleman that jumped out of the airplane, because I remember that. I was like, unbelievable. I thought, this guy is crazy. First of all, I have this fear of heights that I am learning to overcome. But he did not jump out of that airplane expecting to miss the net.
No, he knew he was going to hit that net.
Yeah.
Like when he got down, he said, I was a little nervous there at the end because I wasn't at the dead center of the net. I was a little bit over
on the edge.
Whatever side it was on that. But, he knew he could do it.
And his family that were down there they expected him to make it as well.
Everybody did. It take a lot of planning, a lot of effort. I mean, a lot
of logistics, yeah, definitely.
They dropped whatever his body weight. They dropped bags of sand from that 25,000 feet, testing things out. So, a lot of research and thought, not just time and money, went into this thing. And the neat thing about working with your mind is it doesn't cost any of us a lot of money. It will take some time. Mm-hmm. It will take a huge amount of effort. And, that's why coaches and mastermind people make the money they make. If you want a $1 million coach that's going to help you get to $1 million, yeah, you can expect to pay $25,000 to $50,000 for that type of a coach at that level.
And you should expect great things to happen, but it all comes back to you.
Are you going to do the work?
Ooh, that 4-letter word.
That dirty 4-letter word, W-O-R-K. Yeah, it's there, but you know what? Most of that work is really fun. It really is. Because, the enjoyable side of what's there, you're going for a promotion and you need to do that extra special something to get you noticed. When you get that noticed and they call you in for an interview for that new job, that promotion, that's the fun side of what's there. That's when your whole body is just tingling with excitement and passion and saying, "Hey, we're gonna get this done. We're gonna do this," because we know in our own mind that we're already prepared to do that job. We're already prepared to overcome all the obstacles of transitioning to your new life. To your better life, to your bigger life, to your bolder life.
Mm-hmm. I like the sound of that. I really do. Well, kind of to wrap up a lot of what you shared so much valuable information today, Richard. So first of all, I just want to say thank you for really bringing your dream and how you coach us as a team here to the So Social Radio Show to our listeners. But we're down to about 7 minutes, but to kind of wrap up and provide maybe some steps for our listeners in some direction that they can start taking to how they could choose maybe a theme word or, to help them see 2017 a little differently.
I'm going to give you a tip on it. Now, this is not an easy tip I'm going to give. Okay, this will take effort, but every adversity that you face, every failure that you fight through, every heartbreak that you overcome carries with it a seed of equal or greater benefits. And what that means is adversity in and of itself is a growth experience. That's your mind saying, okay, we don't know what's happening here and we need to learn it. So when you quote unquote go in for your annual review, when you're working for a corporation, and they start talking to you about all your shortcomings, where you need to improve upon, how you can interact better with the people that you're working with, how you can make that more significant impact of what's going on, you're at a decision point. The decision point is not, well, I'm upset at what this thing, you should have given me a better review. I did better than that. I'm worth more than that. But the thing that happens is we take it emotionally. We take it from the side that we are being beat down. We are being lectured to on putting all of that out. When reality, because I say this only from experience, because I can remember one time when this happened to me. And in the end,